Okay, to begin this kitchen hold, we're going to have the Maestro. He's going to be our hard holder. This is going to be Mikey on the Maestro. So when the round starts, first thing you want to do is run over to the delivery door. Going to jump on the desk and place that Maestro cam. Barbed wire on the floor in front of the door. Then immediately turn to your right, and you're going to shotgun open the bottom of this wall with your secondary, from the edge of this desk to the wall here. After that, you're going to run back one reinforcement here into kitchen, barbed wire under the window, and then a quick jump onto this desk and a Maestro cam as far into the corner as you can get it. Then you're going to run back in here and double reinforce these walls. You should be able to get off about everything except for this double reinforcement before the round starts. It's okay. That's why I saved this for last, is because it's probably the least dangerous thing to be doing when the round starts. Just, yes, get these two walls done. You should be able to get everything done at maximum with like 10 seconds into the round, which is just fine. So for the Maestro hold, you're going to be sitting on this B-bomb in the rotate or in this corner of A. As Maestro and our only hard holder, all you have to do is stay alive and make sure that you don't get rushed on sight. If the Maestro dies, then the Strat, it's very bad for the Strat, especially if it's early. If it's late game and Maestro dies, it's not a big deal because we're going to have top hold and we're going to have people with soft breach that are above and able to look back down to the site to stop the plant. And with these Maestro cams, they should be able to find out where that might be going down and get easy kills on the planter. But Maestro needs to make sure that he stays alive as long as possible, kills or no kills, just so that we have them off the site as long as possible. Because the more time that they have on the site, the better their plant spot can be, and the more likely we are to struggle in preventing the plant. So, as Maestro, you have two places to watch, and that is delivery door and the window jump in. So, delivery door, of course, you can just peek on either side of this wall, and the window you're just going to be holding for that vault-in and the pre-fire. Don't actually peek the window itself unless we need to start playing more aggressively. You're going to have support in sunrise and support above, so your real weaknesses are just those two spots. You shouldn't be able to be attacked from anywhere else without us knowing. A quick rush in through white could let them in the bathroom before anyone has a chance to do anything about it, but that should not be an issue, since we should have an Oryx who will be able to tell if that happens. And if that does happen, same peaks that you would have in delivery door. That's an area that they are trapped in and can't do much else until they actually get into delivery. These Maestro cams cover the entirety of both bomb sites. This one even sees the window, so no one should be able to jump in and surprise you. Yeah, that's about it. Just hard hold objective. Okay, next up we have Mute. Mute needs to hurry because, as per usual, Mute takes forever to put down all his shit, so he's gonna be a little bit late with his. Put down one jammer next to the delivery door here, then immediately run. Put one in this corner next to the window. Try to get it where it blocks both the drone hole and the window as much as possible. Then you're gonna vault that. Run up Cool Vibe. Oryx may have made his hole so you can run in, but otherwise run through the VIP door. Jump the couch, one down on the double wall, second one down on this door. Run back out, vault. Shotgun holes across this so that there's not a safe place to play. Then immediately jump over that into this room, and the double reinforcement followed up by one shotgun hole on this side here. So, Mute, yeah, you should probably be able to get these reinforcements down, or everything else besides these reinforcements down before the timer ends, or the prep phase. So these two are the only things that you should have left. I recommend doing it this hole right here. I wouldn't make a hole on the other side to start. I would just use, the reason you have this one is for sound cues and make sure that you don't get snuck up on for this area and then make it all the way into blue without us knowing. We're going to have the hatch over there open to where that shouldn't be too much of an issue, but just in case, it gives you another angle to peek on this door besides just pushing blue door itself. And blue door, they're not going to want to push blue bar right off the bat because they see all these holes the second they walk in, and they know that if anyone is watching their courtyard door, then yeah, they're gonna get fucked on. So we're also gonna have, this is a little punch hole that I think is pretty great. John recommended put in the just lie down and punch one hole right in the plant so they can't see, and you can also watch this hallway in addition to the rest of this hold. Yeah, he's going to be sitting in sunrise. He's going to be able to, if they have some high pressure on objective, then he's going to be able to contest delivery door with this long angle and the window right here. Should be playing more passively. This is just to get kills if they are deciding to try to rush our objective more so and support the Maestro. If the Maestro goes down early, what we may have you do is you're just going to run the length of this hallway and get in the breach that is going to be on this wall so that you can then contest where Maestro should have been. This is going to be Walker. I don't know if I said that earlier, but yeah.
And you can barricade the double door to block off the visual sight into your room if you
Not
need to.
not the double door of sunrise. That's what I mean. We're not going to be doing that because we're going to have this whole area locked down where they won't be able to get in and shoot you without us knowing. And you can also support the Jaeger by running up Cool Vibe. The Jaeger's going to be contesting hookah, so if they're pushing the Jaeger hard, it's doubtful. Most people don't even touch hookah at this level, but if they are deciding to push hookah, then you can push up Cool Vibe and create a little angle on the stairs for them to have to watch as well, so that they know that if they push in, there's more than one gun they're gonna have to look at. But yeah, that's about the whole hold from you.
Extra reinforcement, put it beside the sunrise door.
We're gonna get to that.
Outside.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So yeah, that's the whole hold from you. Okay, next up is Oryx. That's gonna be me. Play the Oryx. So off the bat, I'm gonna run through this wall to give Maestro this wall to play around and use the bomb to add more pressure. Then I'm gonna run through this wall over here. I'm gonna make it as close to the wall on this side as possible. This is one of the reasons we need to make sure that I am watching lobby, because yeah, they can definitely just push in that door and run across into here and pressure Maestro hard without me to make sure that doesn't happen. But I will make sure that doesn't happen, so don't worry. This is just going to be a rotate for us to use in the event that someone needs to drop this hatch, or if they are pushing delivery and only delivery hard or window, then this is just an extra way for us to fall back. It can be used by mute on the long rotate, or it can be used, yeah, as I said, for the hatch drop. It's good for us to have, and we're not going to be able to reinforcement because we have reinforcements in other areas anyway, so I think it's just better to leave it open. After that, I'm going to open up a foot height hole across the bottom of this, just so Maestro can keep a watch on this hallway and make sure no one's crossing without us knowing, as well as just making the area in which people pushing kitchen door, the area in which they can stand safely, it just makes it smaller because they can no longer push into this area to safely peek this hallway, or to jump into courtyard or anything, even just trying to push the door from this side, because it can't be seen by the Maestro. You can see as far as safety without exposing himself to delivery, he can see as far as right there. Yeah, so they can only really play on this side of this wall now. Then after that, I'm gonna run upstairs. One alarm hookah door, just that Jaeger has something to work with, because he's going to be holding that by himself. I'm going to then run immediately through this, as close to the wall as possible. This is going to be a rotate for Jaeger to use, so that he doesn't have to worry about pushing all the way to this VIP door to help with VIP, because that is going to put him in a line of sight from anyone on the roof, and just make it easier to kill him if they're pushing fast through aquarium or anything like that, and he needs to just get out of the area. Yeah, this is going to be important to our hold. As a fallback for Jaeger. Then I'm just going to open up a small hole in the floor with my shotgun to give us one extra angle down into the window of objective. Double reinforcement VIP wall. Second alarm above the door in Hall of Fame. And then I'm going to run over to here. I'm going to be opening a rotate on this side of the wall, as close to the wall as possible. I'll do it closer from our actual hold, so it's not as big. But this can be seen from Hall of Fame, but it's going to help John on the Aruni have an extra way out in the event that they are pushing Penthouse hard and he needs to escape. Because having him have to push all the way around to this door and get out is going to be a lot harder than him having to contest this one angle and then being able to get out and through. So yeah, that's why we're opening up this. Afterwards, I'll be going over here, opening these 2 hatches, aquarium and luggage, and then as far as playing, I'm going to start my play by holding the security down here, as well as this the sunroom, and I'm going to be making sure that they don't rush in hard office at the beginning and surprise our mute. So I'm going to be contesting this and just give them a little pre-fire if they do end up opening that door, so they know they're not safe to just push in. And I'm going to be contesting lobby. So I'm going to be making sure that they do not have a fast lobby push without us knowing. And by controlling lobby, I'm also able to make sure that they don't rush the mute by these holes that mute is going to open up across courtyard and be able to peek into those. In the event that they don't push to office or lobby hard, instead go for the top push. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using these hatches to get back up relatively safely, or just running up the stairs to where I can then support the Aruni on her hold. Aruni is going to be holding in this theater area, as will be discussed. And there's going to be some punch holes for me to watch and help her with the pressure into penthouse, so it's not just a 1v1 gunfight and they have multiple guns to look out for. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, next we have Aruni. This is going to be John. We're going to have the first, one and only. We're going to have the first laser gate go up on this window and objective. Then the next 2 in delivery, one on the big delivery door once you're in, and the delivery door itself is going to have one. So we want that double there to protect the Maestro from the rush, and to protect this, we're going to have a bulletproof also on this wall to double up with Maestro's camera, so that we have as much info on this objective as possible, and they don't get a plan off without us knowing. So after getting those 3 laser gates, what she's going to do is run through the lobby, up white, and immediately start getting these punch holes open. So she's going to have a lot of punch holes to do on this side. We're going to do 3 punch holes on the edge of this wall right here, another 3 on the edge of this wall right here, then enter here, punch all the way across this wall, 4 to 5 punches, and then another 3 on this corner right here. After getting those, reinforce the wall, bulletproof on the corner of the wall head height, and finally just punch this hatch. Now, once all this is done, she should be able to finish up like 5 seconds into the actual round starting by the time she finishes and punches this one hatch. So Aruni's going to be holding into theater. She's going to be holding theater with pressure onto Hall of Fame and Penthouse. If they don't contest or push this at all, then we have free control above objective, and we can just start getting those punch holes down on objective to watch for the plant. Should be a pretty easy stop. So this is something that they're going to have to deal with, or should have to deal with in most circumstances, unless we mess up. Because yeah, they should not be able to get a plant off without us knowing and be able to stop it, as long as we have top control. And Rooney's going to be a big part of that. So the safest place for Rooney to play is going to be on this side of theater, on this east side of theater. From here, she's safe. Pretty much all the pressure available to her. We're going to have that rotate that I talked about earlier with Oryx on this wall, so that it is much easier for her to rotate out than it would be for her to have to cross all of these angles to get out of the store. Even when you go out that rotate, you do need to be aware of all the head holes, of course, so make sure you crouch under them. And if you do go for even the vault under over the Wester's balcony, that you're making sure you're putting yourself, you're opening yourself to angles as little as possible. So Oryx is going to be the one mainly holding these back ones. I'm going to be holding these two back here. Aruni is going to be using these close ones to pressure a little bit, maybe. But she's going to be playing more passively if it looks like that the hold up, the push up here is going to be pretty aggressive. If you're facing one or two people even, as Aruni, then yeah, you can feel free to pick these angles and just make sure. We want to keep you alive, just because of your fist and being able to punch through the ground. It's a lot more effective than Oryx's shotgun, for instance. You're mostly time wasting while you're up here, because having a hold like this with so many angles to watch, it's going to be hard for them to root out. And of course, you're going to have me as Oryx to come and support you on these angles, and even the ones up here, which is why we have it open on this side too, so that I can peek in and make sure that you're not the only one being pinched by everyone else. We're going to have Jaeger, as you know, watching hookah and contesting this side. If the Jaeger is forced out and they start maybe to push VIP, if they get VIP control, then we need to start being aware of the fact that they can use these holes to peek into theater. In the event that they do take VIP, that is when we probably want to start. As a Rooney, you're going to want to try to fall back through white, or if you see a window, an open window, then you want to try to just make a dash for this hatch and try to drop. Whichever one is safer. If you do get pinned, the safest place for you to get pinned is up close on this wall, so that no matter which side they peek you from, they peek you from the head height hole, they peek you from the door here, they're peeking right into your gun at the same spot, so that you can't get peeked by both at the same time. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward as you're going to be doing. We have your bulletproof also on this wall, just to make sure that we have some extra info and you're not peeking blindly into penthouse, so that we have that there to watch. But yeah, you're going to be supported by the Oryx and even potentially the Jaeger, so just play off of them and hold theater for as long as possible. Okay, last we have Jaeger. Now I'm going to be making a couple of alterations to Mute and Maestro's responsibilities, and now that I have seen how much time Jaeger has, it's a lot more than I thought he did originally. But yeah, as Jaeger, first thing you're going to do, one bulletproof crouch height right below his fire extinguisher, and a second one on the floor right here. These double Jaeger devices should be able to stop Maestro from getting grenaded out and keep this bulletproof alive for as long as possible, so that we have more coverage on the plant and more info going into their denial. So Maestro, I want to change the order of his the way in which he's doing things in a very small way. We're just gonna have him reinforce this wall first above all else. So he's gonna reinforce this wall and then go do his delivery responsibilities. I believe I had that switch to begin with, because it is just more convenient for Jaeger to be able to put this down after putting down those two Jaeger devices. So yeah, two Jaeger devices. Maestro will have reinforced this wall first now, so Mikey, make sure you know that, so that Sloan, as Jaeger, can then put his bulletproof on that wall without you having to worry about breaking it. Third Jaeger device is going to go right here. That should again cover from the window, and if they do take sunrise, it should cover anything coming in from that side. It's just better to have it on this side. And if you put it, I want to put it just a little bit more to this side, just so that it can't be seen from delivery, because it looks like there may be a small angle in which you can see the corner of it. Or actually not more to that side. Let's put it more to this side next to the bomb. Yeah, 3 Jaeger devices. Put those down, and now I know I had Mute reinforcing these 2 walls, and I was originally planning on Jaeger being the one to reinforce this single, but I want to switch those now, seeing how much time Jaeger has, and Jaeger's going to do the double reinforcement here, and Mute's now going to do this single wall. So that should just help Mute a little bit more. So since Jaeger does have a lot more time than he does, everything's the same, just changing who does what reinforcements on this corner here. So yeah, Mute does this one, Jaeger does those 2. After he does those 2, I'm going to sprint up Cool Vibe and reinforce this wall. We're not going to be reinforcing this side as we usually would in a hookah push. It's going to leave you vulnerable to the window, so if they're holding heavy on that window and the door, they're trying to collapse on hookah, you need to drop off right away, Sloan. Don't risk your life here. You're going to have this face broken. You need to make sure you have it broken and this wall reinforced. And what that does is it allows you to safely vault and transfer into VIP without them being able to get a shot off on you. If they have that heavy window pressure, then it's going to be safer for you to go for the aquarium push instead. You're running through a lot of soft walls, but it's 9 times out of 10 they're not going to get that wall bang off, and you should be able to rotate safely here. Now, depending on where the Oryx is holding, as me, if I am holding lobby, then what we might have you do is either contest up here for a little bit, or we might just have you drop this aquarium hatch and then go through blue for the support downstairs. You can just transfer all the way back towards objective and play bottom floor, or yeah, back through server, and then you can go help me with lobby, and I can transfer back up. Maybe you can allow me to go back up the stairs, or if I'm having a lot of pressure in lobby, then you can rotate all the way across here and actually make sure that you're the one supporting a Rooney instead of the Oryx. But yeah, Usually that won't be the case. And the last thing you're going to want to do, I forgot to mention, is after you reinforce that wall, you're going to want to barricade this window right here. Because this window is the one spot that you can still, your VIP rotate can still be blocked and you can be shot. So by reinforcing this, they'll have to shoot it open and alert you to the fact that they are on the roof, so that you then know that you need to be more careful when trying to rotate out of this position. But yeah, that should be about it.